Hey YouTube, Striker5570, and haven't done a video in a while, but figured I'd do a video of a little bit of tech work. Um, well, right now I'm working on my MP5, which I have not really made a video of because it's been in the works for quite a while. I just haven't really had time for it. I've had it for almost probably over a year now, and I haven't really gotten around to working on it because of school and all that. And now it's in the middle of summer, and been starting to go airsoft a little bit more. Been working on it. And I have my AK open over here, and I'm waiting on some MOSFET parts to put in there before I put it back together. And I'm working on I'm just redoing everything on this AK here. So internally and externally. So, but anyways, I'm working on my MP5 here right now. So I can move this down a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. But anyways, after shimming it, the tappet was a little bit tight. So what I did, I put some white out. I don't know how well that shows up on there, but put some white out on there so I can see where exactly it is rubbing up against. So get one of the springs. Right. To the other half of the shell. And now I will fast forward me screwing this in. Okay. Now let's see if it works. Well, I mean, it's not gonna work, but I just want to see where it's rubbing up against. You see it's very tight, especially because I put that white out on there. Now it's rubbed off a little bit. It's gotten a little easier to move. Let's take a look and see where it's rubbing off. Okay. Oops. There, the sector gear was sticking a little. Okay. Now I don't know if you can see in there, but you see a little bit of the white out. It's rubbing against there, and it's sort of shiny right there. And it is rubbing against the side of the gearbox. Let's just upon first inspection, let's look at the rest of it here. Okay, let's see. It's kind of difficult to see on here, but I don't know if that'll focus on there. No. Well, it did rub off here, you can see, and that corresponds with the shininess on the shell right there. So I will have to file some down on this side of the shell, because everything is shimmed quite well. Without the tappet in it, but I compared this to, for say, this one, and this one's much thinner, and it moves well in the gearbox when closed, but this is from a JG. This is, I believe, the stock ICS. It is a bit thinner. I don't know how well you could tell, but the reason I don't use it is because the nozzle doesn't fit on here. It's slightly different to the JG. It's from a JG M4. the nozzles are slightly different. The MP5 one that I'm using, which is actually a garter O-ring one that I got quite a while ago. It is just ever so slightly bigger than the M4 one, and it actually squeezes it, and then it makes a really tight fit on the piston head. I mean the cylinder head. So I will file this down, and I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I dremeled off this right here, and I smoothed it out with a file, and I got it down about let's say 1/4 of a millimeter. And so we're going to try and see if it fits. I didn't grind it on this side just yet. That scratch is just from holding it on my vise while filing it. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how it works. Slip it on here. And there's my spring. And yes, my workbench is extremely unorganized, but building a new workbench is in the works. And doing this behind a camera is quite awkward. So let's try this. Okay, well, here we're about to test it. Now let's see if it moves. And boom. Snaps right back. That is worked better than I thought. Nothing really scientific, didn't really use calipers, measure distance or anything. It's hard to see in there, but I can tell. Actually, I can't really tell. Can't really see much of anything. When I move the sector gear back in, it's nice and smooth. So, yeah, that's how you fix your Tappet plate after shimming, if that ever becomes a problem. Yeah, so thanks for watching.